I'm pleased to announce that we have officially selected an architecture for this state-of-the-art system that will deploy next-generation technologies across the land, sea, and space, including space-based sensors and interceptors. And Canada has called us, and they want to be a part of it. So we'll be talking to them. They want to have protection also. So as usual, we help Canada do the best we can. This design for the Golden Dome will integrate with our existing defense capabilities and should be fully operational before the end of my term. So we'll have it done in about 3 years. Once fully constructed, the Golden Dome will be capable of intercepting missiles even if they are launched from other sides of the world and even if they are launched from space. And we will have the best system ever built. As you know, we helped Israel with theirs, and it was very successful, and now we have technology that's even far advanced from that, but including hypersonic missiles, ballistic missiles, and advanced cruise missiles. All of them will be knocked out of the air. We will truly be completing the job that President Reagan started 40 years ago, forever ending the missile threat to the American homeland, and the success rate is very close to 100%, which is incredible when you think of it. You're shooting bullets out of the air. I'm also pleased to report that the One Big Beautiful Bill will include $25 billion for the Golden Dome to help construction get underway. That's the initial sort of a down deposit. And we have probably, you're talking about, General, we're talking about $175 billion total cost of this.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse 12. It reads, "And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb." Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad with another edification through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. So first and foremost, Kal Halayam La Alahayanawa Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Raka Kodash Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahweh Shai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahweh Shai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders, a great millstone that rule well. Double salutation unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwat, which is the sisters. Alright. Now this quick edification, alright, this quick edification is titled Your Iron Dome Will Not Protect Babylon, or your Iron Dome will not save Babylon. It's one out of the two. I would decide on, which one I would choose. But the Iron Dome, it will not save Babylon. It will not save Babylon from its utter destruction. Alright? It will not save Babylon from its utter destruction. Now, as you see there, in the clip, your boy Trump speaking about, the money that is allocated to create, such a vast weapon system, that is to protect them from incoming missiles and what have you, so forth. All right, but that's just their pride, as the scriptures say. Obadiah 1, and I believe it's 3. Alright, Obadiah 1 and 3, where it reads, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Alright, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Alright, and this is the pride of Esau. This is the pride. Alright. They don't think that they would ever fall. Alright, they think that they will continue to be that virgin daughter of Babylon. Alright. But the Lord, He has His purpose. Alright, He has His purpose and He has His will. Now we know, according to prophecy, according to the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, according to His truth, alright, we know, pursuant to Joel chapter 2, which we will get, alright, Joel chapter 2, and starting from 1, alright, we know what will take place, pursuant to this scripture here, alright. They could spend how much money, how much billions and how much trillions of dollars to bring forth such a vast, air defense system, weapon system and what have you, so forth, to protect them. But, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the Lord has something else in store. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. And what land is that? That land is America. Alright? America. Babylon the Great. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and a day of gloominess. A day of clouds and of thick darkness. Alright? What is going to cause such darkness? Those missiles. Alright? Those nuclear warheads when they land, alright, and the radiation, the nuclear fallout and what have you, so forth, it's going to black out the skies. Alright? As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Verse 3, a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them. All right, as you know, when they go into the book of Revelation, where John the Revelator, he was amazed, to see this great city Babylon, and the city lights and the limelight, and what have you, so forth. Yeah. There is where it's speaking about the great cities. All right. So it says, the land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses and horsemen, so shall they run. Okay? And what is that he's speaking about? What is it them the Lord is speaking about? That them, it is speaking about those missiles, those warheads. All right? The noise, like the noise of the chariots on the top of the mountain shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. All right? Before their faces the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness, because when with all this missile system, defense system that they are building, when those alarm, those bomb, I forget the name of it, the proper name, the true name, the air raid sirens, the air raid sirens. When those air raid sirens start to go off, all right, when those air raid sirens start to go off, all right, the people are going to be afraid, because they was given all assurances that they could never be touched with the vast system that they have. All right, but when those air raids start to go off, and they get words that couple cities, these warheads had was able to come to break through and detonate and what have you, so forth. They're all going to be in doom and gloom. All right, they all going to be in doom and gloom. And the thing about it is, these missiles, they only take what, 30 to 45 minutes, all right, to fly, to go from one end of the earth to the other, to go out of earth atmosphere and disassemble and then re-enter, with the re-entry vehicles and what have you, so forth. All right, so there is what it is here. All right, so it says here, verse 7, they shall run like mighty men. All right, these missiles, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. All right, that's going up into the skies and going up, and looking to come out of earth atmosphere, and transition and whatnot, so forth. All right, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. So which means wherever these missiles is coordinated to go, all right, they is going to go, all right, and they're not going to. There's no system that is going to take them. There's no system that could be developed that could take them off course, all right, off of its coordinated target, all right. Neither shall any trust one another, all right, which means they're not going to crash into one another and what have you, so forth, because you have to understand this. The Lord has designated 200 million, all right, 200 million warheads to drop on America, nuclear warheads to drop on America, all right. So it says, neither shall one trust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Okay, so no missile defense system would be able to stop these barrage of nuclear warheads that is about to land on America in the very near future, according to prophecy. All right? There's no system. None. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, and they shall enter in at the windows like a thief. So what the scripture is showing you here, all right, there's going to be launched out of their silos or out of the submarines or out of these nuclear bombers, all right, and anyone out of these nuclear triad system that Russia has, that China has, and what have you, so forth, and even along with America allies, because the scripture speaks of the beast shall hate the whore and burn her with fire. All right, so France is going to launch missiles on America. Britain is going to launch missiles on America, and what have you, so forth. India is going to launch missiles on America. All the men of thy confederacy had deceived thee, as the scriptures say. So these missiles, when they go out of earth atmosphere and what have you, so forth, there's no satellite that could there's no satellite out there in outer space that is going to redirect these missiles and what have you, so forth. All right, they're gonna go out of earth atmosphere, disassemble, all right, and come back into earth atmosphere and land on a target, and its target is going to be America. All right, America is the intended target of these missiles, because this is the works of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, his purpose is to destroy America. All right, so it says, they shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run up upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the windows like a thief, which is coming back into earth atmosphere. The earth, all right, the earth shall quake before them, the heaven shall tremble, and the sun and moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. All right, which goes into the nuclear fallout. All right, this is what it is here. And this is the purpose of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is great and very terrible, And who can abide it? All right? Who can abide it? So there is no escaping for Babylon. There is no escaping for Babylon. When they go to Isaiah, Salakia, when they go to Isaiah chapter 13, all right, Isaiah chapter 13 and I think it's verse 17. All right, Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 17, where it reads, Behold, I will stir up the Medes, which is the Russians, against them, and they shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. All right, so there is no amount of sanctions and all these things that America could put, or make any deals or any kind of thing that America would try to do that would persuade the minds of the Russians. All right, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, which is America, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. There is what it is. All right? It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. All right? So this is the Lord's purpose for America, for their destruction. There is no amount of money that Trump or whosoever is sitting in the seat, all right, or the throne, so to speak, as being the king of Babylon. There's no amount of money, all right, that could stop their judgment, that could stop their judgment, from coming upon them. Well, we just put it that way. All right? Because what the Lord said, and I will leave with this last scripture here, which is same Isaiah. Isaiah it's 56. No. Isaiah 55, I think. Oh, Lord. Bear with me. All right, Isaiah 54 and 16, where the Lord said what? Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, all right, which is what? Those nuclear missiles, all right, and his work, the work of those missiles is to destroy. And where it's going to destroy in its entirety? America, Babylon the Great, all right? And I have created the waster to destroy. This is what it is here. This is what it is here. All right? So I hope you all was edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is a brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp signing out, saying Kal Halayam La Alahayanawa Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakaha Kodash Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai. Alright? Double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders, a great millstone that rule well. Double salutation unto the brothers who preaching and teaching his truth through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so no more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwat, which is the sisters that listening and learning. Shalom, shalom, shalom unto the elect. Wa abad babal, death and destruction, man.